Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Victoria. This is Radiant Moon Tarot. We have your spring 2024 singles new love reading for all Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If you are single and looking for new love, this is the reading for you. We are covering the months of March and April. Some of the energy will spill over into May depending on your situation. So hold on to your hats. We've got very good and very interesting energy that's coming in here for you guys. We have a super new moon in Pisces on March 10th. Okay, so if you're seeing this reading before then, that is a wonderful time to set intentions for new beginnings. It's a time to find closure with things. Pisces season is the final sign of the zodiac, the final house, 12th house, and it is an energy of really envisioning your dreams for the future and setting intentions to make it happen. This also brings about the completion of cycles, karmic cycles in your world here as well. It's where you can get some healing and a great big cleanse and purge energy. And this, of course, is the final new moon in the astrological year as we step forward into Aries season towards the latter part of March. And of course, your astrological new year is coming up here very quickly as well. So great energy here to really set the stage for a better tomorrow and welcome love and new connections into your life. 25th of March, when we are in Aries season, we've got a full moon in the sign of Libra, and this is your first lunar eclipse of 2024. This is a great time to find balance and harmony in your life, to maybe make space, make room, make time for new love or for getting out there and meeting new people. This can be a time where something unexpected can happen. The eclipse energies do bring about some a little bit of shakeup in our world. It can bring surprises in for us, things that we didn't quite expect, and it can really help us to have a completion, have an ending, right? So things may wrap up for you in that energy. Especially with old relationships, past partnerships. Sometimes eclipse season brings things out of the woodwork. We don't like to hear that, but it's typically an opportunity to really get that closure that you might need. But it can also bring things to fruition for you in a full moon, right? The culmination, the end of a cycle. Think back to Libra season in 2023. What were you intending? What were you working on at that time? What were you starting new, or what was most prevalent in your life? And see where things are now. Legal matters can wrap up for you in Libra season there as well with that lunar eclipse. So you could have a very quick completion to something that has maybe been dragging on for a while. We have another eclipse for you in the sign of Aries. This is a solar eclipse on April 8th. Okay, so this is a super exciting energy. It is a total solar eclipse. Depending on where you live, you may or may not be able to see it, but we're definitely going to feel this energy. A new moon in Aries is very exciting anyway. The first sign of the zodiac, an astrological new year. The new moons bring about an energy of new beginnings, a fresh start. And in spring, it's a time to plant seeds and to grow, right? So we can really start to see some things happen and make some exciting moves. And of course, this eclipse energy can bring a little bit of magic. It can bring some surprises. So expect the unexpected over the next couple of months. But let's get right into your reading. And the first energy that we've got out here is joy. Very nice. The energy of joy activates our feelings of happiness and well-being and supports a high vibe frequency in our being. Beautiful energy there for you when, the good that we put out in the world, the vibe that we put out in the world, this is what bounces back to us. This is what we attract back to us. So this is some great things that you are embracing and that you're attracting, and you may actually have a joyous event that happens here. We've got balance. There's that Libran energy coming in here. So balance is the key. The frequency of balance supports our ability to find harmony with all aspects of our 3D and multidimensional layers of reality. So this is also activating for you over the next next couple of months. So where do you need to find balance in your life? Are things aligning for you? Do you have an inner conflict, right? When it's time to look for love, or when you're contemplating welcoming love into your life, and especially romantic love, right? Sometimes we have a little bit of inner conflict. Sometimes it's that energy of, yes, I want love, but oh no, I'm afraid. And so this creates an inner push and pull, right? And what happens in that, it's like the universe doesn't know what you want, so it doesn't know what to send you, right? It's like, oh. So in this energy, is your own energy balanced and in alignment? Do your actions, do your words have an accurate reflection of how you're feeling and how you're thinking? So if not, this is a great time for you to take that little step back, step into a little quiet energy, and to kind of think about, okay, what is really holding me back? What am I afraid of? What do I truly, truly want? And sometimes we need a little bit of quiet time to do that, right? To really think about those things. So great time again for you to cleanse and purge, especially with that Libran eclipse there. We have transparency coming in here as well. Beautiful energy. The energy of transparency supports our expansion toward a higher vibe state of being with more insight, honesty, and clarity. So just like what we were just saying with finding balance, are you being honest with yourself? Is the words that you're speaking an accurate reflection of your inner world, right? This is a time to really clear the air, to really gain the clarity that you're looking for, and then boom, all of a sudden you are stepped into your personal power, and this gives you a lot more opportunity to find love and to connect with new people. So let's see what we've got in your tarot. So we've got the Two of Wands coming in here. We've got the Five of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. We'll start first with the Two of Wands. This is the overall energy. This is opening yourself up. This is making important decisions. This is setting the stage and making the plans for the future. In the Two of Wands energy, you could be really kind of thinking about, okay, how am I going to meet people? What is my ideal kind of person? What kind of relationship am I looking for? Am I looking for a relationship, or am I just looking for a different kind of connection, right? So whatever it is that you're looking for, you're gaining that clarity, you're setting those intentions, and then boom, the Two of Wands, you are making plans. What is my next step to make it happen, right? And as we head into Aries season, this brings initiative, right? This brings you making some bold moves or getting outside, meeting people, right? Because of course, if in Northern Hemisphere, we're in the spring and we have a lot more light in the world, right? Spring has sprung. We're getting outside a little bit more than we have in the winter. Maybe we're doing some new activities, that kind of thing, and, opening the window for, connecting with people in a different way. Let's get a little bit more information about that Two of Wands. We've got the Seven of Swords, not surprising there, and we also have the Six of Wands. So this is an energy of doubting yourself, of being a little bit uncertain, a little bit unsure, but ultimately with the Six of Wands, you're going to overcome whatever blocks, whatever obstacles are standing in your way. With the Seven of Swords, yes, this can carry along with it an energy of deceit and betrayal, deception, right? The things that you don't trust. But is that internal or is it external from previous situations? Maybe a bit of both, right? Sometimes, we carry, how should we say, regret, guilt, shame, that kind of thing. Because if we've been betrayed at any time in the past, if we've had anyone that hasn't been honest, or we felt slighted in some way, right? What happens is as we go on, sometimes, not always, but sometimes we do kind of go, I knew it. I shouldn't have done that. If I had only not done this, then this might have happened, that kind of thing. So we kind of go a little bit back and forth. So this is a reminder here to trust yourself. The Seven of Swords energy here, there can be something from your past. And of course, with this energy coming in the spring, all these eclipses, we can eclipse things out of our life, right? And these Six of Wands being an energy of overcoming obstacles and being successful and being willing to move forward, and you're feeling confident, and you're feeling like, yep, I'm just only going to move forward. I have memories of the past. I have experiences. I know what to do, what not to do. I know what to recognize. I know the red flags, and I'm more feeling more capable and ready to put myself out there in the spotlight. So whatever is standing in your way here, whether it's, not trusting yourself, being unsure, right? Because we look at the dude on the card, right? He's got some swords in his hand. He's like, yes, these are the things I want. These are the things I'm leaving behind, right? Or the things I'm not interested in, but he's looking back. And he's like, I don't know. Is this really what I want? So with that little back and forth energy, right? So this is an opportunity here for you to conquer your fears, make some very clear decisions, and move forward. Now, the blessings that are headed your way, we've got the Five of Cups. Now, normally Five of Cups, very challenging card, right? Very challenging energy. It's one of being sad. It's one of being heartbroken. It's one of dealing with feelings, right? But it's one where, we've had some things that haven't gone our way. We've had some things where we feel like our whole life has been turned upside down, but there's always the opportunity to turn things around. There's always an opportunity to restore some balance in your life. There's always an opportunity to meet love and to meet those connections that are maybe a little bit more in alignment with who you are today, right? Because who you are today isn't the same as who you were yesterday. So the Five of Cups in your blessings position does bring about healing from heartbreak. It brings about a sense of clarity from recognizing the things from your past that have either been standing in your way or those lessons that you've learned inevitably, right? We do learn lessons as we go along. Sometimes we don't get that deep understanding until sometime down the road. So whatever this is a relief energy. This is a healing energy. This is a turning point for you, some very positive change for you. And this is where you're opening your heart, meeting new people, and having a very much better tomorrow. We've got the Three of Cups here and the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you have done a lot of hard work. You have worked hard to get to where you are. You have put in the effort. You've put in the time to heal, to recognize, to understand. And now we've got this joyous energy here. We've got this dark, sad energy with the Five of Cups, but we're turning things around. And now this is time to socialize, to celebrate. So, you could have some love opportunities coming in via your social circle, maybe something to do with your work or your school as well, because the Eight of Pentacles is a card of being in school, like graduating. It's one of, being in your workplace, right? Putting in the time, putting in the effort, the dedication, but it is a card of being productive, paying attention to details, but also really kind of recognizing a lesson that has learned. So with this Three of Cups coming in here, this can be some really good news, some really positive things going on. This can just represent that you're a little bit more open to socializing, to getting yourself out there, to meeting new people. You may get some connections or meet people through your social network, through your business, your career network here as well. Yes, there's a possibility of perhaps, a little bit of a workplace romance for someone there, or not necessarily a workplace romance, but you could meet somebody through like your work day. It's going to be a customer. It can be a contractor. It can be someone from like another department or another company that comes into yours. It can be somebody that you meet in a public place. Say perhaps, you go out for lunch or you grab a coffee in the morning, right? Maybe there's somebody that all of a sudden catches your eye one day, or maybe someone you've had your eye on for a while. And this can be where you kind of make that spark, make that connection. So very positive energy that's coming in here for you. But I feel like all of the work that you've done on yourself is going to pay off for you in a wonderful way. With the Three of Cups, very celebratory energy, and it can represent some really good news and a lot of positive vibes coming your way. So really embrace this wonderful, joyous energy there. The Seven of Wands is here as your challenge. Okay, and the Seven of Wands, it's an energy usually Oh, usually the Seven of Wands, we feel confident. We face the world head on, we can believe in ourselves. We put up boundaries and we stick to them. So this might be a little bit of a challenge for you. It doesn't mean it's impossible. It's just something that needs a little bit of attention. We all sometimes feel lost, right? Five of Cups energy. We all sometimes feel as though we're just going to put our nose to the grindstone, focus on our career, focus on our money, and forget about love, right? But unfortunately, those boundaries that we put in place and, they turn into walls, right? And so we don't want to put up walls. We want to maintain healthy boundaries in our relationships and in especially new ones, establish those boundaries right off the very start. But we don't want to build walls because nothing gets past the wall. And we want the good energy, the good vibes to flow, keep out the bad, right? So just be a little bit aware of, a lack of confidence or, just maybe not feeling your personal best every single day, as the Five of Cups shows and the Three of Cups shows, right? We have our ups and downs. Okay. So when we do have a little bit of a down day, or when we do feel like, I just don't feel confident in my ability to find love, right? We start to tell ourselves that negative story, right? It's important to, recognize that, pick yourself up, change your thoughts, okay? Recognize them, but change them, all right? And then move forward with your day, because it's very easy to go down a negative rabbit hole sometimes, especially if you've got friends that are getting married, or, you see other people with children and with family and all these social engagements, and you're just kind of like a little tumbleweed floating on the wind. And it's sometimes hard to stay positive 24 hours a day, right? But it's important that we do that. We just remain open, right? Be with the flow, remain open, and just see what happens. Be willing to put ourselves out there and take action, right? But in the meantime, kind of very calm vibes. So whatever your situation is, okay, try not to push people away and, have that wall in place. You want to be a little bit more open and flexible there. But it is a little bit of a challenge to work through. It's not impossible, of course, right? It's just something that might slow down the energy a little bit, or something that you maybe recognize. We have the Queen of Swords there as well, so that can certainly bring you some recognition and boundaries. And we've got the Star. All right. So yeah, in this energy, the Queen of Swords is about, excuse me, being really clear about what you want, using your wisdom to make a decision. But it's also when the Queen of Swords is very excellent at putting up boundaries, being very welcoming, right? In a good mood, being very welcoming, but at the same time saying, no, 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 this is not what we're going to put up with. So you might actually need to have some boundaries within yourself as well, right? Especially if you start to go down like a negative rabbit hole, right? That's when we put on the brakes and we put up our personal boundaries, right? We're like, nope, I'm not going to do that. That's not what I'm going to tell myself. I'm going to, do this. But I do feel here that making a decision is a little bit of a challenge, right? The Star energy is beautiful energy. It's Aquarian energy. Right now we have Pluto in Aquarius. So this is a time when, if you feel powerless, right? Seven of Wands, now is a time to be powerful. Pluto is the planet of power, a planet of change, of endings, new beginnings, transformation. It's also one where things come out of the shadows into the light. So the eclipses could bring something to the light for you, something that is, you need to heal, right? And you recognize that, you get clarity about it, and you focus on what needs to be healed, right? And this is a really beautiful energy. The Star reminds you of your personal power to attract things into your physical world. This also is an energy of hope, of making a wish and trusting that it's going to happen or going to come true, but being open to something a little bit different than what you maybe had envisioned. Sometimes we have our focus on something very specific, and we have our focus on, this is the person I'm going to meet, this is the job they're going to have, this is how I prefer to meet them. But we're narrowing ourselves down when we do that. But where we're in the flow, we're a little bit more open, and we're more willing to recognize the potential of people. Then there's certain things that just don't necessarily matter, right? Because maybe they have this job instead of this job, or maybe they have, they're this age instead of this age, right? That kind of thing. And but it's no less magical than it would be. So a allow the universe to do its job and align people and situations for you, for love in your life, right? And try not to micromanage the universe, not always the easiest thing to do. But be open to the possibilities, wish big, dream big, hope big. The star energy does bring about this sense of freedom, of looking to the future, and of being very, how should we say, keep the faith, keep the hope alive, right? And be welcoming to whatever is to come. The star does bring about abundance and success. The star brings about some future energy coming into your present. It does bring one where we have miracles and blessings. The star can be a big old yes card, right? But it can be a yes right now, or a yes, but you still have some things to do, or there's still some things to sort out in the universe. And so you need a little bit of patience, right? So, but trust that the blessings are coming your way. Trust that the world is opening up for you. The possibilities and the potential is there for you to find love. All right. And so, sometimes a little bit of a roller coaster ride staying in that energy. Okay. But free yourself from old energies and embrace the new ones, right? So that Aquarian energy is really helping you. The star is really helping you there, right? And of course, yes, this is your challenge position, but there's a light that's guiding you forward. So really embrace that energy. Your advice from Spirit. Now we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Now, as you see in your blessings position, we also have the Eight of Pentacles. So Spirit wants you to know that wherever you are right now, your hard work, your dedication is paying off. If you've been on a healing journey or a spiritual journey, if you've been on, whatever in your life that you've been through, those ups and downs, the pain, the trauma, the happiness, and the joy, it's all been preparing you for your future. So in this energy, don't think that any time has been wasted. Don't think that any relationship has been wasted, because it hasn't. Because you've gained wisdom and insight, you've gained maturity and growth, and you have a better sense of self, of who you are, of what you want, of what you'll make you happy. You've learned things along the way, right? And that's what Spirit really wants to lift your energies, lift your spirits up with that message. We also have the Three of Pentacles and the World card there. So this is a time of closure, of completion. This is a time to really think about what you want to create. Three of Pentacles in your life going forward, right, in this journey, right? With the World card, it's time to expand. It's time to expand your horizons, step out of your shell and go for what you want. Let yourself be seen. The Six of Wands that's coming out here as your main energy, right? Let yourself be seen. Okay. Don't be afraid of a no. Don't be afraid of saying yes, right? It's all part of our journey. The part of your advice here as well is to really recognize and understand that things haven't happened for no purpose, for no reason. Be open to understanding that, not necessarily why, okay, but be open to understanding what wisdom you have gained out of a situation. We can't always understand why, especially if we've had betrayal and deceit and things like that, or we felt that someone has done us wrong in some way. Maybe they made some promises and then they broke them, right? And sometimes in that energy, we don't always, we're not always going to get the answer, right? As to why did this person do this to me? Why did this person make this decision? Why did this person, renege on their promise, right? And we're not always going to get that person's why. So instead of looking for the why, look for the lesson. Look for what you've learned. And this is how you pump yourself up a little bit, right? So because even if we were to ask someone why, they may not give us the honest answer, because they may give the answer that they think they want us to hear, that is easier for them to say, right? So it's not always the truth. Okay, so in that energy, focus on what you have learned. Focus on what you won't repeat, right? Focus on that closure of that chapter of that book, the door. Carry the lesson, carry the wisdom, and then expand yourself. Because when we have the World card, successful completion of a cycle, we're ready to move forward. We're ready to step out into the world. And so Spirit's saying, be grateful, be thankful for everything that you have gone through, ups and downs, all of the good things, all of the not so good things, and give that gratitude to the universe for everything that has transpired along your way, because it has made you a better person, or a more wise person, or a more understanding person, or a more loving person, right? And so when we give thanks to the universe, when we express gratitude, we get more things to be grateful for. And this is a time of abundance, a time of plenty for you, a time of growth, and a time of change. So there's some exciting energies that are going around for you, but there's also, you know, a little bit of, I don't know what's going to come next, right? Other than your only major arcana, other than the world card as advice, your only major arcana coming out is this star card. And that is a beautiful one, even though, yes, it's in your challenge position, but that's not the same as it being reversed. Okay, it can be a little bit of good luck on your side. It can be that maybe you have an Aquarian person that you're going to meet. And of course, it can also represent that there is a world of possibilities out there for you, an abundance of possibilities for love in your life there as well. Check back to Aquarian season, all right, the Aquarian new moon perhaps that we had, and what were your intentions? What intentions did you set? Where were you at in that energy? Because there could certainly be something coming into fruition for you now, but this can also be an indicator that the Aquarian full moon that we will have in approximately 4 or 5 months is probably going to be when some things really do shift around for you. We have count your blessings. These are manifestation cards, so reminders on your way to manifesting love into your life. Count your blessings. Make it a daily habit to sit down and write out 10 blessings. If you never did anything else, this one practice would transform your life. Yes, it would. Now, 10 a day seems kind of daunting, doesn't it? It is actually scientifically proven that spending 5 minutes in gratitude energy once a day will actually shift our energy around in a really big positive way. But 10 sounds a little bit daunting, right? So maybe you start with 5 a day, or maybe you start with like 10 every second day, that kind of thing. Whatever you're comfortable with. The key is to get into a habit. You don't even need to write them down. You can just sit in quiet contemplation for a few minutes a day and give thanks. I thank the universe for my dog. I thank the universe for my cat. I thank the universe for my children. I thank you for all the abundance in my life, right? All of these things, and you attract more positive things. Live your dream on the inside first. Very important. See it in your mind and feel it in your heart until it feels completely real to you, and then it will manifest in your life. Attaching feelings to the things that we're manifesting in our life is very, very important, because when we feel it, this brings a huge, huge resonance to it really coming into our 3D world and becoming real. So yes, set intentions, but intentions are not everything, right? Attach feeling, attach emotion, and manifest things into today. I'm going to leave that there for you, Taurus. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please do hit that like button there. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. Make sure you check out your sun, moon, your rising, and your Venus, because it's love. Your Venus sign readings as well for the big picture. Probably some different messages there for you on each one of those. They will be trickling out over the next couple of days from the day I post this reading. So I thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful springtime filled with love, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.